music.
In the middle of a beautiful landscape stood an old mansion surrounded by a moat. In this house, Mrs. Duck was sitting on her nest. She was a bit anxious because hatching eggs is a bit boring. Until one day at last, she began to open the eggs, one after another. She got up and saw that they had all hatched except for the biggest egg that was still inside a shell, so she kept hatching the egg. Would it be a turkey egg? Until one day at last she began to open. The egg's mother duck thought, until finally after a while the last egg was opened. From there a big, grey and ugly duckling was born. The mother was scared, but the first she accepted in her family. The next day, the mother's duck took her duckling to present them with a ball pen. Everything was fine until all the animals saw the little grey duckling and made fun of him. A duck ran up and picked him on the neck.
In addition to that, he received more pests, snub, and ridicule from both the dogs and the chickens. He's too bad, said the turkey, who considered himself an emperor because he was born with his sparrow. That is how the first day went, but everything went from bad to worse. The poor duckling was chased and harassed by everyone. Even his mother and brother attacked him. And one morning, even the girl who brought them food kicked him. The duckling couldn't take any more and jumped the fence to escape. He ran away from the corral and got into some reed near a lake. There he spent the night alone.
The next day, some geese approached him and told him that they would take him with him. But unfortunately, a hunter was nearby and killed them. Again, the duckling was alone, and he went on his way with a strong wind accompanying him. One day he came to a small old shack, slipped through an opening in the door and managed to enter. An old woman lived there with her cat and her chicken. Very early in the morning, they realized the presence of the strange duck. The old woman, seeing the duckling, thought it was a chubby leg that had been lost. "Good luck to her," she said. "Now we will have more eggs." So she let him stay in the cabin. Weeks passed, and the duckling did not lay a single egg. So the hen and the cat bothered him because the duckling was useless. One day, the little duck decided to leave the house to see the wide world. He walked and came to a lake where he was swimming one afternoon, thinking about his ugliness.
But suddenly he saw some big and beautiful birds. The little duck had never seen birds thus. They were of a dazzling whiteness. They were the famous swans. He watched them as they flew until they disappeared from his sight. The winter became colder and colder. The duckling was forced to swim in circles so that the water would not freeze and he could survive. But he got so tired that he couldn't move anymore and quickly froze. The next morning, a farmer arrived, and when he saw how things were, he broke the ice, took the duckling out, and took him away. At home, the duckling regained consciousness and saw some children. They were very happy and wanted to play with him, but their mother ran spilling a pillow of milk. The lady wanted to hit him with a broom, but the duckling saw the door half open and escaped. There it stayed among the reeds for a long time until the sun shone again. It was already spring. Then the duckling very suddenly tried its wings and was able to fly very far.
In a beautiful stream, he landed, and in front of him 3 beautiful swans arose. He thought, I will fly to those beautiful birds. They will thank me recently for having dared to approach them with how ugly I am. So he flew into the pond and swam toward the swans. They saw him and their feathers came up high. He bowed his head to the water to wait dead, but something amazing happened. In the water he saw the reflection of a beautiful swan, no longer her a dirty, clumsy, grey and disgusting duck. She was now a majestic swan, so he joined the others and stayed with them. He didn't understand that, but he was very happy. He raised his slender neck and exclaimed from the bottom of his heart, when I was the ugly duckling, I never dreamed that such happiness could exist.
Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.